Hello and salutations, it's me, Salty, here I am with another 2 Cents Toys review, and today we are talking about Mugwads. And it is a brand new, exclusive toy line, only available on the Mugwads Instagram. Link will be in the description below, and I love this figure so far. Please excuse the rain and the wind sounds in the background. I'm going to try and edit that out as much as possible. We have a thunderstorm going on right now, so I'm going to try not to let that hinder review at all. So, I'm going to go over articulation first and get it out of the way because we have a long story and a lot of stuff to get into about Mugwads themselves. So, he stands at about 10 inches tall. He is massive and I love it. So, we have articulation up here at the head. He spins around a full 360. Very tight joint, not loose at all. And we've got rubber arms here, and they come 360 all the way around. So 3 POA, but super articulated is not the point of this toy line. And I will get into why in a second. So we've also got sculpt and paint, and the sculpt on this thing is incredible. It's all hand sculpted. It's amazing. The paint, you can see we've even got some kind of rock dust down here at the bottom. We've got a black under, I believe that's the first coat, and we've got dark blue with light blue, some more black, this kind of bone spider here on the front, and all this mucus up here on his mouth. We've even got pupils here in the eyes, which I will show you photos at the end of up close details for the sculpt. So, a little background on Mugwads. I'll let you look at these photos from Corey's Instagram, at Mugwads on Instagram. They populate a relatively barren, mostly rocky planet, rich in color and natural Mugwad-made formations. He hasn't said this, but I'm just going to call it Mugworld for my own headcanon. It seems like it makes sense. But they are the strongest beings on their planet. They have super strength. And they rule mostly unchallenged. They defend their kingdoms and they fight each other, but they also work together. They have a bad appearance, a mean appearance, but they're also good at their core. Think of it kind of like Frankenstein, like mostly misunderstood. And they have lots and lots of mucus. This is the first of 3 in this line, and the plan is to make future lines and always have sets of 3 come out. Now, background for Corey Phillips, he is a new toy maker, but his idea is to make high quality sculpts and paints with kind of limited articulation, but he's been sculpting ever since he was a kid with Play-Doh and model clays and all that, and ended up graduating from WVU, or West Virginia University, in 2008 with a bachelor's in sculpting. So you know when he sculpts these things, like, it's done by a genuine, like, true artist. Like, these are 100% original sculpts and painted by hand. So what they're made of is smooth-on plastic casting resin, and the arms are Polytech dense rubber, acrylic airbrushing, and hand-painted. So everything that you buy from that line is made by hand, 100% original sculpts. So I think that's incredible. Now, the coolest thing to me about this toy line is it's a toy. Like, to me, the mark of a good toy is when I see it or I hold it, it makes my imagination go. I start naming things. I start coming up with background stories, even if there are none. Like, I named this character Grumble. That's Grumbo, Grumble. And that's just what I named him. That's not the character's name. As far as I know, he doesn't have a name yet, but I named him Grumbo. And I even named the planet Mugworlds, which that's not in canon or for his toy line. That's just the mark of a good toy. I'm coming up with all these things because it sparks my imagination. He's big. I can think of him going up against G.I. Joes. I can think of him going up against all sorts of things. And to me, that's the mark of a truly good toy. But this toy, the whole point of this line is to harken back to, like, the gross outs of the 90s, like the barf balls and humanoids and, you know, all these toy lines that had limited articulation but were just big, and they had grotesque monsters, and they were just fun. That it's the point, is to have fun. Yes, these are works of art. These are sculptures that are articulated. So it's this beautiful balance between art and toys. You can play with this toy. He's sturdy, and as long as you don't leave him buried in the sandbox, as I was instructed, he should last for a very, very long time. And I'm blown away by it. So, the only criticism I have is the arms themselves, the rubber. The paint kind of interacts with the rubber in a certain way and makes it a little bit sticky, but that's it. Like beyond that, I think it's a beautiful balance between art and toys. And future plans for this line is to have more kind of gimmicks like glow in the dark and weapons, and have future lines. Each line will consist of 3 new characters, and it's just he's got some really great plans, and the more people go and they pick these up from him, the sooner those will come out and the more he'll be able to do with them. For me, the belly is hollow, and I would love to see in the future like a hatch where the belly can come open and like mini mugs can come out or something, or they can carry more mugwads or something. I think that would be great. Or to have kind of I guess, a silicone head to have holes at the mouth and the nose, so when you squeeze it, slime comes out, looks more like mucus. I think that would be great. That's just me spitballing. That's again the mark of a good toy, where I can think of all these things that I would love for this thing to do. I can think of names and all these different scenarios, and I think it's great. I truly do. It's a great toy. So, again, he is at Mugwads on Instagram. You can pick them up for about $70 before shipping, or $80 before shipping, one of those two. Which, yes, that is a steep price to some people. I get it, but it's well worth it, because again, this is more than a toy. This is art. So it's art meeting a toy. So the sculpt is fantastic. I'm showing you in the pictures here, like, just the detail that goes into making this thing, and it is absolutely incredible. So I'm looking forward to more toys from this line. I'm very eagerly awaiting the next one to be available for sale. So again, go check him out. Link is in the description below. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Leave comments down in the comment section. Tell me to kill myself. Tell me how much you love these Mugwads. And don't forget to follow us on social media. You can find us over on Facebook. You can find us over on Instagram. And you can find us over on Twitter. I'm Salty, signing off.